Hi, I'm Andy. This is Brain Buzz. So I'm having the Cherry Blossom by Fuego. This is a hybrid, and I'm using it to just calm my nerves a little bit. I just got off an interview, and it went incredibly well. Now, I talked about resilience last week, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about resilience this week. But another thing I want to talk about is slowing down momentum. So I talked about resilience and how it's a little bit like a battery that can get depleted. And as it turned out, my battery almost got depleted. I went through a bunch of interviews, nothing came of it, and while I'm not worried, it still took its toll on me. I was going to take a break and just back off for a little bit, but it turned out that a recruiter reached out to me. Not just a recruiter, but someone that I had worked with in my past. So I had a conversation with him about this position that he had to offer, and admittedly, I wasn't super excited at first. In part because I'm not familiar with the space, and in part because I'm a little burnt out right now. But I agreed to take the interview because it seemed interesting. And I'm really glad I did. This interview went perfect. Not because of anything I did, just because we had a great rapport. We talked about neurodiversity in the workforce and creating psychological safe spaces for people to collaborate and create and be allowed to fail. That's a culture I want to be a part of. So, the problem I typically have in this scenario is that now my brain has latched onto this. There's a good possibility I will not get this job. But I'm really interested in it, and I need to slow my brain down a little bit. I don't have any great tips on how to stop my brain from spinning out of control. I only really have two techniques. One is using cannabis. That does help me get out of my brain for a little moment and focus on other things. Another technique is breathing. So in this particular scenario, I think box breathing would probably be best. So we're going to inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and hold for 4 seconds. All right, here we go. One extra tip I'll give you is if you're having difficulty holding your breath on the exhale, simply try and exhale for 8 seconds. Just doing that has calmed me significantly. So now the next thing I'm going to do is try and not focus on the job for a while. I'm tempted to go and look up more about the company and do some research. I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to go down a rabbit hole. So I'm going to try and distance myself and go and keep myself busy by doing something else for a little while. And then right before the next interview on Friday, then I'm going to get my interest back up. Wish me luck. Till next week.